Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
Welcome back. He joined the Air Force at the tail end of the Korean War, and he was very active during the Vietnam War.
He flew over 100 bombing missions during the Vietnam War. Here's Jason Lamb with this week's Veteran Salute.
George Avila graduated from Fresno State with a degree in physics in 1955. He joined the ROTC while he was still in college, so Avila trained, received his wings, and was active duty by December of '55.
I always wanted to fly, and that was the easiest way in the Korean War to get into pilot training and also finish college.
Avila spent his first 8 years in the Air Force as an instructor pilot. He also attended the School of Aviation Medicine, and in 1964, he was transferred to Alaska to the 317th Fighter Interceptor Squadron at Elmendorf Air Force Base. In '67, Avila was sent here to McConnell Air Force Base to fly the F-105.
The F-105 is a Thunder Chief, and it's a fighter bomber. It was designed in the early 50s as a nuclear strike bomber. It could carry a nuclear weapon internally in a bomb bay.
The F-105 was a one-seater, meaning the pilot was much more than the pilot.
That particular model, that's called the D model, only had one position to fly. You were the pilot, the navigator, the radio operator, the bombardier. You did the whole thing.
And it was loaded with 20-millimeter cannon rounds, 2.75-inch rockets, bullpup and sidewinder missiles, general-purpose bombs, cluster bombs, flares, chaff dispensers, and drop tanks.
The standard load at that time that we carried to North Vietnam was 6 Mark 117 750-pound general-purpose bombs.
Between March of 1968 and October of '68, a span of 180 days, Avila flew 117 missions over North Vietnam.
They had a very sophisticated supply system with supplies coming out of China and also things arriving in the port of Haiphong by ship. And they were transporting them south over quite a transportation system. And our job was to try and cut the choke points and destroy the weapons there on the ground, whatever they're sending south.
When his assignment over Vietnam ended, Avila returned to the States.
When I returned from the Southeast Asia, my next assignment on my return home was instructing pilot training in the T-37 at Laughlin Air Force Base, Texas.
Over the next few years, Avila was selected to go to the University of Southern California and was named the Chief of Safety of the Air Force Safety Program there. In '73, he was transferred back to Elmendorf Air Force Base in Alaska and the Alaska Air Command. He stayed there until he retired in '77, after 22 years of service.
But December of '78, Lockheed offered a position as a senior safety engineer in Saudi Arabia.
He stayed there until 1984, when he moved here to Wichita and managed the leasing of school buses until he retired in 2003. And finally, his message to all Americans.
Let's not forget.
Over 600 F-105s entered service during Vietnam. More than half of those were lost in action. Avila's F-105, Honey Babe, survived. She's on display at an air museum down in Texas. Here for you, Jason Lamb, KSN News 3.
The Devon James Injury Lawyers here with our Veteran of the Week, and that's Lieutenant Colonel George Avila, who served our country in the United States Air Force and flew over 100 flight missions in Vietnam. On behalf of all of Kansas, thank you so much for your service.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here and support the family.
Yes, sir.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.